We do have a safety alert for you this morning. Experts are reminding people about being safe on the roads after several crashes this week.
And one of those was last night. It happened on Clyde Street in Old Main. Police say a car hit a pedestrian. That pedestrian was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Alyssa Williams is live at the Lexington Police East Sector roll call station to talk about road safety.
Now, Alyssa, what are police saying?
Yeah, guys, Lexington police say that hit and run happened around 10:15 last night. And as of this morning, officers are still looking for the vehicle that was involved. You know, the situation adds to a continued conversation surrounding roadway safety here in Lexington, specifically with it being Distracted Driving Awareness Month. And the region hasn't just seen some people getting hit while walking. There have been a number of motorcyclists being hit by cars, too. Along with Wednesday's motorcycle crash on Georgetown Road and Glenarvan Avenue in Lexington and the deadly Rowan County motorcycle crash later that day, AAA says there were 1,700 motorcycle crashes in Kentucky last year, with state data showing a lot of these crashes are being tied to human error, like distracted driving. Those with AAA say everyone plays a role in curbing these numbers. Even if you're driving around a motorcyclist, make sure to be on high alert and give them some extra space on the road. And if you're planning to ride a motorcycle for the first time this season, a prep course is always recommended. As always, whether you spot a motorcyclist or even someone walking alongside the roadway, slow down and stay alert so everyone can get to where they need to go safely. Live in Lexington, Alyssa Williams, WKYT.